What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game he understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Coming out with it, it's Jenkins. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And we get a look at Ryan Williams. This is the guy the entire passing game is built around. He is a big play waiting to happen.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Biletnikoff awards. The tradition of the position.
He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. He makes the catch. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Keelan Russell. Grabbed over the middle. It's Edwards. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And, you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama at that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of grow it internally from guys they've recruited who have waited their turn and then finally show up. Ty Simpson was one of those guys. He waited his turn year after year to get his opportunity, and I think they feel like they've got the guys inside the building already that can take over the spot and lead this team to a national championship.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Russell sends it downfield. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams. Both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the 2 top teams in the conference. These might be 2 of the better teams in the entire country. These 2 teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference of college football.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Snags a quick pass on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Sellers from the gun on third down. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Line gets set, first down. Takes the handoff. It's Clark. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Goes to the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. After the holding penalty, the offense will try to hang on with a 1st and 20. Hand off from the shotgun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Finds a crease at the 20. And the Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Offense working from the pistol. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
That penalty moves. At 10 yards, will replay the down. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. He'll try to feel the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Sellers. The screen, he can go. Turning it on. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Sellers. Wide open downfield. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Pulls and fires complete. Snags it and he's open. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Gets the back moving. Throwing Sellers. Moving out of the pocket. Spins away from the defense. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the Gamecocks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback running on the draw. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's design or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up all the hope.
He's on the loose. And there he goes. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And they'll start this drive off in business. 1st and goal from the 9. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Throwing Russell. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. And that holding penalty is tough, but at least it was one of effort. But still, backed up, 2nd and goal. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll pull them back to within 6.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Bennett. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And after one period of play, let's take a look at the start for these 2 wide receivers. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. this offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Sellers gets it out fast. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Grabbed behind the line, it's McAllister. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And man, you've got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass that could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Got the back over the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Running inside, it's McAllister.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Sellers through the noise. Snagged out of the air. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
On the run from inside his own 5. And now the hit knocks it loose. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
What a grab with one hand.
I'll tell you what, wide receivers out there, you earn your opportunities. You make catches like that, the quarterback's going to keep coming your way.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Keelan Russell. Here comes the heat. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking for a man, it's Russell. He makes the grab. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He's there to make the stop.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in.
Touchdown! down. Crimson Tide made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they tacked on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Across the 45. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down.
And, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some...
Oh, he's got some space. Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls it on the option, but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Throwing Sellers. They'll run the screen. Runs through a man. He might have some space. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Sellers. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs. We've got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
That is no good. Still leading by 2 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The screen, and watch out. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Russell gets it out quickly. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone contact.
defense way over-eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a 1st down. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. That 4th down penalty feels as if it is really going to be costly, but we're about to find out now. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Run inside. It's Riley. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Inside. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. Throwing Russell. It's complete to the left. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive game.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Stopped in the backfield as this defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Keeps it on the option. Not much happening on that one. Maybe made it back to the line of scrimmage as the clock continues to move here late in the half. It's 3rd down. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They make the play in the backfield. They force a 4th down, and man, don't you know they wish they had a timeout to use right now. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the Illinois Fighting Illini. And it's the Buckeyes engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. And now over to your game at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback on the keeper. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. They go play action with Sellers. He tries to take the top off. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's Sellers to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
From the gun on third down, Sellers. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt will hit at the one, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Keelan Russell, pocket breaking down, and down he goes.
And I know he's happy to get that one because that's the big fella's first sack. And we've heard a lot about this five-star, this young defensive lineman who they think is going to be elite of elite. And now you get the first sack, the first of many. But nice to see this dude start to come into his own, maximize some of that ability that we've heard so much about.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. A little release to the back. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Spins away from the defender. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Sellers through the noise. Throws to the tight end. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. The Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Sellers finds a spot in the middle.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Keeps it on the draw. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Unloads quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Working that left side now. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's a heat. Zings it complete to the right. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quick.
Might have a chance. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's got him. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Russell. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs. The lead is now back down to 9.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave?
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
The RPO, it's complete.
I like the slot receiver because it gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. Sellers from the gun on third down. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Running inside, it's McAllister. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. Ripping through the defense. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes that Alabama offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Through three quarters now, these wide receivers both big parts of the game plan. Here's how they stack up so far. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. The Tide trying to convert on third down as we start the fourth. Throwing Russell. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Makes the catch. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Might be calling a hot route. They're going to run it. Maybe a crease. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Sellers. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Now here's Sellers. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. They've got a 1st down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that. It'll be 2nd down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Clears the pressure. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Alabama sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Going for the big play. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. We'll repeat. Previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's 2nd and long. A designed run for the quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone under attack.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. Well, that changed things a bit after the penalty. It's 3rd and 3. Keelan Russell. The screen, he's got wheels. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Russell. Escapes the pressure to his right. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really put...
There he goes. Fly gets past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
It's not just about sacks and getting the quarterback on the ground. When you can hurry him up, speed up that thought process, get near his legs, all those things lead to incompletions and sometimes mistakes.
Russell. He fires to the left side. He's got it way down the field. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
They'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! They take the lead here in the fourth.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. Could not make his way to the corner.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Here's Sellers to throw. Right down the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
He gets a block. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Right back to it. Fights off a defender. Timeout called by the defense, just shy of the 2-minute mark. 2:02 remaining here.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They go play action with Russell. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Throwing Russell. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. This offense has it with really good field position. To the air, it's Sellers. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
Be interesting to see what the defense is going to do here now, guys. They've got the lead. It's a 2-minute situation. 4th down. What's your personnel grouping going to be, and what do you want to do? Play man, play zone, or are you just going to sit back and play preview?
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Outstanding tackle to keep him from getting the 1st down, and they'll get it back.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.